Hey, what's going on, everyone? How you guys doing today? My name is Matt Jarbo. This is Three Buck Theater. This is a review of the first three episodes of Dummy. Dummy is the new series to drop today on Quibi, starring Anna Kendrick. Now, this image you're seeing here, this is the promotional image for the show. The show is essentially Anna Kendrick's character Cody is dating Dan Harmon, a fictionalized version of the real Rick and Morty co-creator and community creator, Dan Harmon. I'm not making that up. She's dating him. She's an aspiring writer. She discovers that he has got, a sex doll by the name of Barbara, and she starts to hallucinate and believes that Barbara is real, and they end up going on essentially some wacky adventures together. Anna Kendrick is playing a role that I never thought I would see her in, considering that even just this morning I was watching her in 2016's Trolls, and you think Anna Kendrick is going to be one of those types that's absolutely just, she's one of those types that is so, she's kind of quirky, she's kind of funny, but you never think she would go full on like adult rated. This is the show where she absolutely does it. So like I said, this is a fictionalized telling of what it's like to be engaged to Dan Harmon. Cody Heller is the creator of this, and I don't know how they got this show sold to Quibi, but they totally did, and it's super freaking weird. So essentially, again, like I said, it's a very simple premise. Cody is an aspiring screenwriter who is dating Dan, who is an established Hollywood writer who has multiple Emmys, and he's working on shows, and they have a weird, kinky sex life. They do a lot of weird things together. They enjoy doing the weird things together. But she finds out that he has a sex doll, like a custom order, very expensive one from Japan. And it kind of gets in her head over it. It gets in her head over it, and she goes and she seeks it out and discovers that, at least in her mind, this doll is alive. And the two have very interesting conversations about the cleanliness of Dan and how he treats his doll, and exactly the kind of UTI that Anna Kendrick could get if it's not cleaned. And so there's a whole sequence where she washes this sex doll in the bathtub in order to make sure that, certain fluids aren't transferred negatively in regards to all that. And they're very graphic about it, by the way. They're very, very, very graphic about a lot of the commentary. So if you like crass humor, if you like very crass humor, this is something we're seeing. I actually really enjoy that kind of humor because I think it's so displaced in society now, where certain things that you can't joke about it, and they kind of throw everything at the wall for this particular show, and they make it real funny. But then it also goes. It goes to like weird and funny, and then dark and funny. So each episode, as you know, when it comes to Quibi, is very short. They're about 8 to 10 minutes long. We got 3 episodes last night, giving us approximately one 30-minute pilot. Not even that, like a 24-minute pilot is really what it boils down to. So that's what we got out of this one. And it does very good at establishing the characters. It's not a very big show. At first you kind of had to start thinking, like, I didn't know that it was about Dan Harmon until somebody had said Dan Harmon. And I'm like, wait, what? And then there was this other woman that's like a podcaster who's like an actress in the ADR work who was flirting heavily with Dan. And when I first saw her, she's redhead. I kind of thought, oh, that kind of looks like the doll. And and then the doll even made a reference to it. So it makes me wonder if the doll is even real or just in Anna Kendrick's head. Anna Kendrick she acknowledges that the doll ultimately isn't real. What I mean by real is like actual physical manifestation. In this particular case, she knows that she's kind of going insane, and she's having these conversations with this doll, who is very vocal about how much she hates her, and very vocal about how much she thinks that she's better for Dan than Cody is better for Dan. And the conversations are very fascinating to listen to because they're funny. They're just funny in this regard. So at the end of like I guess about maybe the midway through the 3rd episode, they get into an argument about putting her back in the closet, and she wasn't put in the right position. And so Cody and Kendrick goes to change her up and ends up pushing too hard and breaking the silicone on the arm, tearing her arm, showcasing that she, of course, would have been in there, and that would have destroyed the relationship. So then there's no choice but to take her to a sex doll repair shop. and to get her looked at by a sex doll repairman who, through very, very serious insinuation, is back there testing the merchandise, if you know what I mean. And this is where it went from kind of being like, ha 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 ha, to, oh my, wow, you guys are like really making commentary on women in Hollywood. And this is, by the way, this is a bit of a feminist show. They make references to the feminine mystique, and they talk about certain elements along that, especially when it comes to Anna Kendrick character and her agent, played by Joel McHale, her new agent, who was like, look, you owe me a script. And she's like, oh, okay, well, I'm working on it. And he's like, no, just say it's written by a woman. The bar is set much lower. We need more women because her last agent got Me Too'd. But he's saying like, no, at this point now we're just going to be, just set the bar low and go from there. And I thought that was really interesting, to be honest with you, that they played that up a little bit, because it is how Hollywood is. Like, the Hollywood is very superficial. And when they get to the sex store, the sex doll store, and the guy like puts Barbara up on a hook, and strips her down, and you see the whole doll. And he's talking about like how she's not custom order. She's just flat out like off the store shelves. She's not Barbara. Her name is Kayla. He's like, oh, she's been used and abused. I mean, he's like, look at the labia. It's been completely stretched out. Look at the cracks behind the eyes. I mean, look, why don't we just like put the wig on another one? He won't know the difference. They're all the same. But as they're objectifying her, as he is objectifying her, right there, it's like you kind of start to see what they're going for here, which is about how female actresses, the older that they get, they're not allowed to age, and that is absolutely true about Hollywood. So in that regard, that type of commentary on the entertainment industry is very apt and very real. And it's one that there's a lot of attention about, but this actually goes through the process of really trying to establish that, like, that's part of the commentary about what they're trying to say here. And I don't know where the show is going to go, to be honest with you. I know there's going to be a new episode tomorrow. Apparently Quibi is now dropping them every day. So I don't know how many episodes we're going to get. I don't know how many episodes there's going to be, but it definitely has my interest. I'm definitely intrigued by it, and I like what I've seen, and I really want to see more of where this goes. I saw a screenshot earlier today showing them like covered in blood. And then and I would show you the screenshot, but it's kind of graphic and I don't want to lose my channel. And also Barbara has got what appears to be the tip of a fleshlight, like a necklace, like wrapped around her neck. And I can't help but think it's either she got her labia replaced, and that is just like a reminder, a keepsake of her old labia, just the tip of the outside. Or if it's like she got into a fight with another sex doll, and then that was the trophy that was conquered. I don't know, but I also really want to find out. So it's one of those things where it's very weird when you start looking at how the show breaks down and how the show plays out and all of these things. And I wish, again, I could show you guys more footage from this. I wish I could show you guys screenshots from the episodes. It's very difficult to do because of how Quibi is set up, and everything I've tried to get high definition screenshots or things has not gone through. It's been very frustrating. But this is one of those shows where if you are looking for the type of very kind of irreverent humor that I think you're going to get from Quibi, because this, again, their audience are not children. Their audience are for like adults, and they know that. And they're playing that up. And I think that's kind of fascinating, where you have like a mobile streaming service that it's very catered to adults. It's very catered to the soccer moms that are waiting in line at Starbucks to get, their go-go juice in order to stay alive and whatever. And you see a bunch of this, you can see where it's going. But I think the show could very much develop a following. I think it could very much develop a very big following, actually. And I say that because Anna Kendrick is great in practically everything that she does. The story is so irreverent and weird that it would have the possibility to capture. I mean, just look at this right here. Doesn't this just completely fundamentally catch your attention? Like, what is this show about? Like, at this point, you're like, I kind of want to know more. Why is Anna Kendrick hanging out with the sex doll? Is this a Ryan Reynolds? Is this a sequel to Lars and the Real Girl? And it kind of is, to an extent. It kind of is a little bit. And I was kind of blown away about it. I had a lot of fun watching it. Looking forward to watching. I don't know if I'm going to do like daily reviews, but maybe I'll do like episodes 4 through 6 or something, and then every couple days to get used to this Quibi viewing situation, because I do want to talk about it. And the thing is, I know some of you guys have gotten your hands on it, other people haven't so much. This is something that if you're curious to know more about, I'd really recommend it. And in the meantime, I look forward to your thoughts. I look forward to your opinions. Have yourself a great day. Thank you again for watching. If you want more of these kind of reviews, let me know. If not, I might just have to start its own side channel and just like $3 Quibi or something and put the reviews over there, because I do enjoy the content. It's definitely different, and I find that to be fascinating and fun. And I like the crazy over the top humor. Anyway, I will talk to you guys all later. Thank you again for watching. Have yourself a great day, and peace out.